These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On play action, it's Carr. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now Darkwa. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's Carr. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going to the passing, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now. On the ground, this is Jared Richard. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Green, blue 45, blue 45. Ace.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 56 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Oh, yeah!
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a 1st quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Butker now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
29. 29.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
29. 29. Down. You ready?
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Look at the spin.
Balance.
It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. He finds Robinson. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ready. Blue 45.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ben Heaney not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 24. Mahomes is going to run the option left. inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
They'll run. This is Hunt. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, that's Hunt. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks, because then the defense has the advantage.
Now Carr. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with Darkwan. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Carr gives to Rashard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
We got 4 down.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Carr now on first down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Justin Houston in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. picked off at the 22. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. A pretty nice gain there on the run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the agile move. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Mahomes now on the sneak.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line.
Z! Slow!
Now this time Mahomes will throw. Looking deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. A big play there just before halftime. And even 50 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Mahomes going to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the kick by Butker is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Cooper was the target there. That'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Here we go. Green, 90. Green, 90. Ace, ace. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Z, 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 Z.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. On play action, it's Mahomes. And Hill with it over the middle. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 30 yards there. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now Mahomes. They'll go screen here to Hunt. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Here we go now. Green.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. They complete it to Hill. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A toss play to Hunt. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here we go now.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Mahomes. But this is caught. Watkins. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And he knocks it through. Butker now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. To throw on 3rd down. Carr. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. They find some open field here. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a KC touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Chris Jones on the stop.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Carr. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And some room to roam now. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Derek Carr, 77 yards. And the Raiders get a score closer. Well, you want to talk about making something out of nothing. Boy, he did that right there. What an incredible run.
Obviously a pass play, and he couldn't find anyone open downfield. But sometimes the receivers just run those defenders off, and it creates a wide open space.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. Now Edmonds. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes to here Whitehead with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So out come the Raiders. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's Carr to throw. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. On 1st down, Carr. Flushed out right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's a give to Rashard. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu. I'll tell you that much for free. Again, it's Rashard. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. They go play action here on 1st down. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this is caught by Cooper for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. To throw, it's Carr. Flush to his right. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. We're back now in KC. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts?
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Richard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Going to throw deep for the end. And this is caught by Cooper for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Raiders are back within a score. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Raiders have recovered.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
On second down, here's Carr. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is third and inches.
29.
This is Richard. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a two tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the two tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see two tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. On the ground, Richard. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Carr, gotta have this one. That's caught at the 1. He's gonna be stopped shy of the end zone. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the ball's gonna be going back to the Chiefs. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Left, 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 left. Left, 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 left.
They run with Edmonds. And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Here we go. Green, 90. Green, 90. Ace, ace. Hut, 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 hut. Hut, hut, hut.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now, 185. Go, go. Get set, get set.
Back to throw. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there. And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He's back to throw. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
Well, I think it's easy to figure out why they went for 2 there, right? You want to make sure you're guarding against a field goal beating you.
Yeah, but with this little time on the clock, they just need to worry about protecting on the kickoff.
That's the big one. And with the kickoff coming up, I wouldn't squib it. I would kick it deep, but not so deep that the return guy can get it. I want to make someone else handle the football. Yeah, put some height on it and take some time down.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. One final try from Mahomes. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Raiders, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, it's starting to look like it won't be there yet.